Lindor says Mendoza's firing falls on Mets players. "We failed him." Open extended reactions NEW York hours after the New York Mets fired manager Carlos Mendoza on Friday. Prominent members of the organization took turns assuming responsibility for the team's dismal start of the season while lauding Mendoza's credentials, acumen, and work ethic. But President of Baseball Operations David Stearns asserted dismissing Mendoza at the season's midway point after months of backing him was necessary to put the last-place club ravaged by injuries and underperformance in the best position to salvage its season with 81 games remaining. "I was steadfast in my support for Carlos because we believed in Carlos," Stearns said, "and we believed that collectively, with him helping us lead this, we were going to turn it around. And we have it. And in some cases it's gotten worse. And when that happens, at some point, we've got to make a change. So there is not one moment or one thing or one observation. But it was time, and so we did this." Stearns said the decisions to fire Mendoza and name Andy Green, previously the organization's vice president of player development, the interim manager, were made in concert with owner Steve Cohen, though he declined to share whether he broached the topic with Cohen or the other way around. Stearns said he communicated the news to Mendoza, the team's manager since the 2024 season, in a meeting Friday morning. Cohen was at Citi Field on Friday, but did not speak to the media. Shortstop Francisco Lindor and third baseman Bo Bichette, two of the Mets' three highest-paid players, said the blame for the team's 34-47 record falls on the players. "We failed Mendy," Lindor said. "I failed Mendy. I didn't play to my capability to help as many games as we could. And yet this one's on us as well," said Bichette. "It was unfortunate. Mendy was good to me. I guess sometimes the manager has to take the fall for the team underperforming." The Mets lost the final 6 games of Mendoza's tenure to fall a season-high 13 games under .500. They gave up 15 runs to the Phillies to start the 6-game losing streak and committed 6 infield errors in the nightcap of Wednesday's doubleheader sweep at the hands of the Chicago Cubs. Plagued by a rotation with the third-highest rotation ERA in the majors, they allowed 54 runs during the skid, which dropped them 14.5 games behind the first-place Atlanta Braves in the National League East and 9.5 games behind the St. Louis Cardinals for the final NL wildcard spot, entering Friday with the second most expensive payroll in the majors. They began their 3-game series against the Philadelphia Phillies with a 5.2% chance of reaching the postseason, according to Fangraphs. Despite the long odds, Stearns insisted the front office has not shifted its focus to beyond this season. "I understand we have an uphill battle ahead of us this year, but we're not turning the page," Stearns said. "We all remain very focused on doing everything we can to win as many games this year, while recognizing where we are in the standings." Mendoza, after 4 seasons as the Yankees' bench coach, shepherded the Mets to an improbable turnaround as a rookie manager in 2024 that concluded 2 wins short of the World Series. They appeared en route to World Series contention again last season, compiling the best record in the majors through mid-June, before a glacial collapse over the final months of the season left them out of the postseason. Stearns then directed a wholesale overhaul, starting with Mendoza's coaching staff and into the team's veteran core. "The changes have not produced better results. For whatever reason, we haven't come together and found, I guess, what our identity is," Bichette said. Stearns on Friday acknowledged the lack of continuity could be a factor in the team's struggles. "I think that evaluation is ongoing and will continue to be ongoing," Stearns said. "Clearly, we've fallen short. I still have confidence in the talent that's in our room. I believe in the talent that's in our room. But belief on its own does not lead to results. And I understand that. We need to play better." Stearns, whose 5-year contract runs through 2028, said he has not considered stepping down. He emphatically insisted that Cohen has communicated his support. "I believe that we are building the foundation of an organization that can deliver what we all want," Stearns said. "I don't believe that our record on the field this year is indicative of some of the advancements that we've made as an organization. But clearly our record is nowhere good enough. Stearns and Lindor echoed that execution, not talent or preparation, has been the Mets' problem this season, and that the players ultimately need to execute to turn their season around. They maintained there's still enough time for the 2026 Mets. Mendoza's time, however, ran out Friday. "The season's not over," Lindor said. "We have a responsibility, and that's to win as many games as we can. This sucks, but it's on us to turn it around."